We're at Glasgow! Cannot believe it. We are stewarding for Oxfam at Glastonbury, and I thought, why not take you along with me? It's the first time I've done it, never done it before.
Now, how did she find herself here? Of course, this story doesn't start here, does it? It began on the Oxfam website. So if you missed out on Glastonbury tickets and you're looking around thinking, in the words of Stacey Orico, there's got to be more to life, don't you worry. There's an excellent way for you to get your gumboot through the metaphoric gate for free. And yes, I'm using this screen to tell you this because I'm unbearable. Here we go. Oxfam volunteer at a number of festivals throughout summer, one of which is Glastonbury. Now, when Oxfam release their set of volunteering positions, you can put your hand up and say, giddy up, I'd love nothing more than to give some of my time volunteering for a charity in exchange for a festival ticket. All going to plan, it looks like this. First, register your interest. Head on over to oxfamapps.org.uk. Now, this is what the good people at Oxfam are recommending you do after a certain TikTok video gains some traction, so I've put it up front. Now, personal opinion, I don't see the harm in creating an account right now, so when you need to jump on one of those volunteering positions upon their release, you are ready to tango with the internet. So I've included a pathway here from festivals.oxfam.org.uk. I mean, take a look at those juicy benefits. Now, while the screen recorder's finishing up, let's move on to the day of the release. You basically start with a screen that says, hello, I'd like to volunteer. Not exactly that, of course, but you know what I mean. Oxfam are great on comms, so you'll get a heads up in the know-how closer to the time. But what I'm saying is, it's not like it's broken into different sections for different festivals. You start with a general screen and then select Glastonbury from a drop-down menu. So what does reserving a place involve? Pretty much all the personal information that you'd expect as a minimal requirement, plus you also pay a deposit, which is the cost of a Glastonbury ticket. So at the festival, you do 3 8-hour shifts with Oxfam, and they're all checked off before you leave. So then once the festival is wrapped up in the following weeks and everything's been signed off in the system, your deposit gets put back into your account. Now, the reason I've talked about ensuring your address is right is that when I was trying to reserve a position, I actually did hit a wee speed bump because the address I was using where I live didn't match the one on my debit card. So I actually lost my place because the payment declined. And you know that feeling in the heat of the moment. Oh my goodness, the panic I felt. So I tried again and just kept refreshing until Glastonbury was back in the list. And thankfully it popped back up. So make sure all your details are matchy-matchy when you're going through the steps. Then yeehaw, Oxfam will confirm the place with you and then also send you an email about times for you to join a training session. Ours was at the end of May on a call, and then they also give you a checklist of things you need to add to your account. This includes a photo, travel arrangements, any shift partners you'd like to do it with because they're just decent like that, and then a referee as well, someone who knows you and can say you're legit. They will also let you know the deadline for these details that's shown here in your account. Speaking of deadlines, when is all of this taking place? When do you need to do it by? Well, this heading is a metaphor, my friend. It's only slowly encroaching. For Glasgow 2023, Oxfam have actually recently said applications aren't opening until the new year. So I mean, great, there's still time. But as I say, get in there, get set up. There's no harm, so you can jump when you need to jump. You know what I mean? In terms of those travel arrangements, as an option, there is a bus you can get as seen here. We originally thought we were going to do this, but then there were train strikes, coo. So we actually couldn't get to Bristol Temple Meads railway station for the Oxfam shuttle bus. But FYI, that takes you straight to the campsite. Luckily, we ended up borrowing a car and Oxfam sent us a piece of paper for our dashboard, which tells you what colour car park you're aiming for. And then once you're in the vicinity of Worthy Farm, staff on the roads can direct you where to go. And again, Oxfam are great on comms. I had a question about the car park and they were so quick and so helpful, so hats off to them. This brings us to the campsite facilities section of the show. So Oxfam have their own separate car park and campsite. Upon arrival, you check in and then you head to the big marquee to get your high-vis vest, your tokens and your information pack, including when your shifts are. This is when you find out when you're on. There was a board outside the marquee for people looking to swap shifts, obviously related to what act they wanted to see. And there's also multiple briefings taking place. As you can see, it's pretty busy on this day, everyone arriving and getting their packs and getting their briefings. Your briefing time is included in the pack. It also includes this book and a map to go and explore. And just touching on this lanyard, you do need to keep this on to leave and enter the campsite. So basically it's on you at all times. Inside the marquee, there was also a restaurant which was churning something new out every time I went in. I think I saw a roast at one point. And then there's about 4 tables full of plugs to charge up your devices and a tea and coffee station. Then there's a couple of blocks just outside for first aid and information. Now let's move further into the campsite for the showers, toilets and basins. Okay, here's your showers. Hot showers, might I add. Yes, that's right, you funky chicken. First, when you walk in, they're split into men and women. Then you walk around past a changing room tent, then into the main shower area. There's basically 4 sections of 5 showers, so you're standing next to 4 others while you shower. Up to you whether you want to be naked or in your togs. Now you are camping, so the button is on a timer, and try to be conscious of your water usage by soaping up your body with the water off. It is also hotter up one end and cooler down the other. Who knows why? Goldilocks, different strokes, different folks, etc. Now in your pack you get 4 shower tokens, and let me tell you, those are like golden tickets. I'll be honest, I don't have much to add here except for the fact that those are the toilets. Oh, and just to the right there, that's the basins and water fountains. Also, just a quick mention that the Oxfam car park is right next door to the Oxfam campsite, so it is very easy access. Now, before we head to our briefing, let's have a quick chat about the shifts. First of all, I'd just like to say different people view this in different ways, and that's fine. I get it's not for everyone, and Oxfam are very aware that some people are purely doing this as an exchange. It's literally something they've said themselves. But mutual respect is expected, right? Respect the rules, do your bit, do good, and good will come to you. More on this in a second.
All right, we had our briefing. We know what we're doing tomorrow, first shift. Now we're going to go check out the site. Ew. Are they going to play any music for us? That is the big question on everyone's lips. Pyramid stage. It's not open yet. It's not ready for us. Check out the scenes. It is all go. Look at this. How beautiful is that? We're just going up to look at the Glastonbury sign for sunset.
So I say all this about the shifts because some people do work out the cost of their hours, some people are put off by being 8-hour shifts, you do of course get a half-hour break in that, and other people just generally feel like it's not free. I mean, I think it's a great exchange, and I'm not here to change your mind, but for me, Glastonbury has been on my bucket list for years. I was just happy to be there. I love music, especially live music, so I'll do what I need to do.
It's day 2 and we're going to do our first shift. We've got high-vis at the ready, steward coming through. Our shift starts at 2 till 10, but you have to get there 15 minutes earlier. Had a shower, divine, it was great. Went and got some food and a coffee, iced coffee also. 2 till 10, let's go.
This is us at our briefing before we started, where one of the leaders lets you know your role as a group, then divvies you up into different sections. Then wherever you're positioned for that shift, you have a supervisor in that section as well. So if you have any curveballs, you don't know the answer to something, a ticket is maybe looking a little suspicious, or you need any sort of assistance, they will help you out. Here's me with me mate Meg, who I did all of this with. So rude I didn't introduce her until now. Yes, that's right, we're both called Meg. We were known as the Megs.
Shift 1 done. Let's have a little review. We were on the main gate, gate A, telling people where to go, what to do, international tickets. Had our break at 6, we came back and things really picked up because we got on the car park, and that was lovely because people were in the mood for a beverage. But yeah, it was okay. Do the same thing again tomorrow.
I'd just like to add, I was tired because it was boiling that day, so don't underestimate how much energy you use like I did. And of course, don't forget to slip, slop, slap and wrap, sunscreen, hat and glasses, you know the drill.
Bring Sean back! Look at all these campers. Reporting for duty, same time, same place as yesterday. It's a bit cooler today though. Got the gummies on. Yeah, gummies. Ready to go. Also coming a lot more prepared today with snacks and drinks in the bag. Ready for break and ready to finish at 10 o'clock. Also given ourselves a bit more time to get there because we were hoofing it yesterday, it took so long. We're literally going from one side to the other. So today we are wandering over. Also have a jumper in the bag because didn't even think about the fact that it was cold when we were finishing last night. Got a poncho in case it rains. We are so organised. Look at this backpack. Backpack. Now look, easy tiger.
Look at us rocking up cool, calm and collected. We've given ourselves time, we've got the lay of the land, we know some stuff, and oh ho ho, we were given a juicy roll that day.
Oh yeah, we just finished shift 2. Time flew. So we were on tickets today, letting people in, checking their tickets. There's different security features that you have to check.
Hands down, this was my favourite role because you get to chat to everyone, get them amped up, ask them a couple of questions. You are the welcome wagon and I don't take that role lightly.
I'm stoked because I had 23 New Zealanders through my gate and no one else is getting New Zealanders, so apparently New Zealand magnet over here.
Also shout out to our supervisor on that shift, Colin. What a legend.
but I was loving life. I got a few hugs and it was fantastic. And everyone's ready to party, so we're gonna go and have a drink. Oh, also we got free drinks again. Someone gave us a drink each, so that was great. So we're gonna crack those right now.
Yes, look, don't tell on me, but each shift me and my mate Meg were ever so kindly given a beverage by passers through. Shh, don't say a word. I mean, it'd be rude to decline such an offer, wouldn't it? You better believe once we finished filming this clip, we cracked into those beverages faster than you could type a comment about it. But please do that. I'm trying to chase a dream in this big smoke on the other side of the world, and that would really help. Oh, and go on then, chuck us a cheeky like and subscribe, would you? I don't like to reek of desperation, but I need some sense of accomplishment before we hit 2023.
Oh wow. I've had a bit of a sleep in this morning because we've not got any shifts today and the people I want to see aren't on until 2:30. I thought, did I even explain the tokens? So you get 3 of these in your pack, little meal tokens.
I think the idea with it being 3 is that then you've got a meal for each shift, like on the house.
So far I've used 2 of them on 2 like breakfast rolls, which are really nice.
In addition, of course, you can purchase items, meals, drinks. It's not just the tokens. Now let's get into a little Friday montage.
I can't lie, I need you, Mr. Sun. Let's get him out, come on.
Now moving swiftly along to our third and final shift, this was our biggie. This was the one it had all been leading up to, Saturday morning, 6 a.m. till 2 p.m. Now, before you go, whoa, stop and smell the roses, count your blessings, gratitude is the right attitude. Why? Because my mate Meg wanted to see Paul McCartney that night, and the fact that we weren't on shift that night has made her year. So for our final act, we were positioned on the exit that was actually closest to our campsite. So we fumbled around in the tent, putting layers on our human bodies until 5:30 a.m. Yes, it was freezing. I don't know if it's just me, but English countryside in summer before that sun hits, oh my goodness, it's Arctic chills out there. So it was a bit of a drizzly morning. This is at the end, waiting for handover when the sun came out. So it was pretty low action. Shout out to the Oxfam crew that brought tea and coffee around. That was luxury. Our job was to check tickets of people leaving and just make sure they have everything they need to come back in if they were coming back in at all. And you guessed it, once we were finished with that last shift, we were feeling flirty, fun and fabulous and tired. We went back and had a nap to prepare for the jam-packed agenda of Saturday night.
This is the best I've felt in so long performing.
On that Sunday, we really embraced the festival life. We cruised around, we went to Shangri-La after Kendrick Lamar, and then headed out on the Monday morning. And that's about it. I'm going to wrap this video here because I've been talking a lot. If you have any questions, do put them in the comments. I'm going to add some tidbits down there as well. Until next time, have a goodie.